Friends, I am going to give certain details or thought process what I felt, how it's more relevant for us. So I had picked up the topic of Lion's approach as a thought process for our today's consumption. So why we had taken up lion? The creator has identified himself of two animals. One is lion, second is eagle. Both of them are considered to be the kings of the respective domains. He has not identified him as a human, and there are a lot of elements for us to look why a lion has been considered as a moral boosting factor for all of us. I am sure many of you would have watched several documentaries about lions. If not, you please have a look into it. So there are certain qualities of lion which exist across all of us, and when we exhibit them in a right mixture, we become leaders. So why we become leaders? There are many advantages of become leaders. And is that leadership is something that comes after 40 years or after 50 years? Or is the leadership comes just because you are at the sea level? My answer to you, every one of us are leaders. It doesn't come because we are having certain experience. It's not come because we have reached a certain age. We all of us are carrying the lion heart. That's what people say, right? When somebody say you have lion heart, nobody will say you have elephant heart, tiger heart, lion heart. So why that lion is been properly managed or properly told across all the documents? If you notice, a lion doesn't hunt animals who are wounded. It just let them go. It doesn't go with them and then hunt with them. Lion gets into hunting of small animals. That's not its way of looking into it. A lion go and attacks its prey individually. It doesn't go, if you look tigers or leopards, they go in a group and attack, even a small goat, but lion doesn't do like that. In fact, if you look, lion is not the tallest, lion is not the largest, lion is not the heaviest, lion is not the intelligent or smartest animal, because we have adequate samples for all these categories. So being a leader doesn't warrant you to tick any of these boxes. The attitude, that is what the leader's fundamental criteria. The attitude comes out of the personal belief. First, we need to believe that we are here to achieve something. So whatever, whether it is personal life, whether it is our workplace, we are there to achieve few things. So an attitude is the byproduct of belief. When a lion goes, it doesn't go and tell everybody, I am starting today, I am going to hunt somebody. It doesn't look that way. If you see a lion, when it is even hunting an elephant, so the lion and elephant sees at some point of time. Elephant thinks what? Elephant thinks, let's go. A lion comes. But what lion thinks? Let's eat. That is the attitude of lion. So that attitude, that itself make lion fearless, whereas it make elephant fearful. That's why elephant run away. So lion, when it hunt, when it finishes the hunting, it's a royal feast for all the members of the family. It doesn't eat alone. All the family members comes and eats along with them, and together it go and does many things over there. So today what happens? Every one of us want to eat, but we don't want to hunt. So there has to be hunters. The hunters are not the leaders at the sea level. The hunters are there with everybody inside the organization. Now I wanted to take couple of case studies which I used to be fascinated on the first one. Second one, I want to tell my own experience on this. So when I say the case study, I always say that the British has gone and ruled the world, being a smaller one. Why? It's not a big country. It's in a way it is lesser than even our Tamil Nadu as a state, but they had conquered the world because of the lion heart. Especially I wanted to tell one case study. I always fascinated with this young man at that point of time, Robert Clive. So I always say to several people why I liked Robert Clive. You know, Robert Clive is a bookkeeper. He is not a military trained man. But if Robert Clive was not there, British rule wouldn't have been there in the country. So why I use Robert Clive here? To demonstrate you that we don't need to be a C-level leader. We don't need to be a trained man. We don't need to carry an age of 45, 40 plus to become a leader. The leadership is within us. It is within each of us. So we all can exhibit these leadership qualities from whatever the way we perceive, and we contribute for that. So what Robert Clive did? There are two incidents that made British stabilized in India. Both of them were against the wars. One is with the war against the Arcot Nawab. So what is very special about that? Arcot Nawab was the strong ruler, and he had more than 30,000 cavalries. Cavalries are about the horse. So we had four types of the military power. So horse is one of that. They have elephants, and they have more than 20,000 soldiers to go and fight. And by the time, Arcot Nawab was not fighting with the swords like our earlier ancestors. He was having the cannons and guns to fight. Whereas Robert Clive, who is not a military trained person, who was carrying only about 540 people from the European side, and he got around 300 Indian sepoys and has carrying only around 10 guns to carry with him, cannons. These are all small cannons to go and fight. So he went and sieged the Arcot fort. The Arcot Nawab was thinking, boss, it's not even 1/10 of what I have. What he can go and do that out? He understood that area of geography, and even the leaders of his team were not great military trained people. But he thought, come with a strategy, come with a plan, understanding the deficiencies of the opposite. And at the end of a 30th day siege, Robert Clive won the war with the casualties of around 10 people on his side. Think about, he was fighting an army which is 10 times stronger than, not 10 times, several times, right? And with the casualties of only 10, he is able to capture that fort. Second thing, he also fought in Bengal, another war. So where the Nawab of Bengal was carrying around 40,000 cavalries, he is having 60,000 infantries, and he was having 30 cannons to go and fight. As against, Robert Clive was having only 6,000 navy people, 8,000 sepoys, and 540 infantry people. Again, the same strategy is that one. When he was recognized by the British king and awarded a sword that was worth 700 pounds at that point of time, he refused to take, because he tell, no, I have to be a team member, so let's jointly share this with my team and then work out of that. So that's where the lion's heart and lion's quality exhibited, that he could able to win and he could able to bring as a sample. Even today we talk about Robert Clive. Without him, you can't write the British history of India at this point of time. The second case study which I want to take, though it is not so great or high, during my working days, I used to support my superiors on drafting their business plans on Excel sheets. Most of the days, my boss used to drop me at home at around night to 1 or 2. And whenever he goes early, picks me at morning 7. So my people say, what are you doing in the office? Why you go and spend too much of time in office? Are you mad? See, we don't need to be mad for that. But that day, the seed of the business, when it came to me, opportunity comes to every one of us. When we accept the opportunity, that automatically goes inside our brain. So the brain directs you of your vision. After that, the vision is shaping up because of multiple opportunities where we stumble upon. The brain shapes up when it consumes the opportunity, when it perceived it in the right direction. It gives us what we have to achieve out of that. So with these two case studies, I was just an employee. I was just a developer at that point of time. I'm not even a project manager. I could get an opportunity and I could able to consume that opportunity. That's why today I could help construct this organization. So the opportunity comes to all of us. The God give opportunity to all of us. We need to consume as a lion heart and we need to deliver them out. So what we achieve just by getting as a lion heart. So what is the result it going to give it to us? I always say several people, you don't go and seek the respect of people. You demand by way of action. Lion never goes and says somebody, hey, I am the queen, you all come and respect me. It doesn't do like that, right? A gazelle can run faster than lion, right? A hippopo is very heavier than lion. But still, all the animals are fearful of lion and respectful of lion. All come because of its attitude, because of its demanding the respect what it deserves by displaying its character and by displaying his capabilities. That's what we have to get into us. Be it workplace or be it personal life, this lion heart will help all of us to achieve several things. So what it achieves, right? By way of getting into a right attitude, it builds our confidence. These are all byproducts. Without having an attitude, that's why we always peg a lion character is constructed full of attitudes. So all the other things are the byproducts of attitude. Attitude is the byproduct of the belief within you. If you believe you can do, we can do. Why we have to deliver a normal software? What is sin for the customer to create a wow factor? Are we not going to take pride that we had given something big and great? Then you think about your confidence, what it gives. That's where you stand. Not by just delivering the common thing. Yes, we are able to achieve. Come, can you demand, can you come and fight with me against the quality of this product? Can you tell me whether you can do a better future than what we can construct? Can you tell me whether I can handle the exception better than the way? How can I do? These are all the attitudes. These are all coming out of your belief that you can do that. When you can do that, every one of us can do that. That's the reality is. Lion heart is not something what we need to borrow from somebody and keep it with us. It's all there within us. Perhaps we hadn't let it out. Now we need to let it out. Don't fit into it. You just let this out and just start out. What it will happen? It will go and increase your confidence. And when the confidence is fueled, your growth will automatically come, which is the byproduct of confidence. When the growth is started happening, opportunities come and stumble on you. You don't need to go and search again opportunities. They will come on way to you. When opportunities are handled, you get a lot of appreciations. So the appreciation is another byproduct of that. When appreciations are happening, you have to be rewarded because that is again a byproduct of appreciation. When you are having the rewards, the destination happiness comes to you. When a happiness comes to you, your mind gets into peacefulness. So look, we are all running towards peace in life. A peace is being earned only like this. A peace will not be bestowed on you. A peace have to be earned by you. Other thing, did you ever saw a lion depressed? You can't see it. You can't hear about a zoological doctor come and says, in this zoo there are 5 lions, out of the 2 are depressed. They are not doing anything. A lion can never depressed. You know, the success rate of lions hunting is only 17%. Such a low percentage of success on lions hunting. In spite of that, lion survives. You have to set your focus. Lion doesn't disfocus. When it want to kill somebody, it focus and it doesn't make noise. With a laser focus and no noise, it's able to achieve on its prey and kill it. That is what we have to do. No noise. I can do this. I can do that. No noise. Be silent. Be focused. Be deliver. Your deliverables are noted. Your deliverables are appreciated. Your deliverables bring confidence for you first. Your work is to bring confidence within you. not to get that appreciation. That is the byproduct. If your attitude is good, if your confidence is gained because of your deliverables, rest all will happen automatically. Your sales, your deliveries, your developments, your hiring, your people happiness, your customer happiness, you take any topic, all are byproducts of your confidence. A person who is more confident is a lion. The confidence is the byproduct of attitude, which is the byproduct of belief. So that is what we have to look at every point of time, that we have to believe within us. That should build the right attitude for us that results into all these things. Finally, the workplace is a jungle. You can either fight and dominate, or you can hide and evaporate. So the choice is yours. I believe we are lions. We go and deliver and take rule of the world. Thank you very much.
Amazing, Sundar. Thank you so much. I'm sure I have seen Sundar.